Thank you for joining us, man. Everybody out there on YouTube land, thank you for joining the Bravo. We used to call it the Bravo Audio Show. We need to come up with a name. But we call this the Car Podcast because I'm driving to work. It's early, it's raining, it's wet, it's cold. I don't hate it. I love it more than I hate it. A lot of people hate this kind of weather. Yeah, I get it, man. I understand. I like challenges, so I'm good. It's not like I'm not gonna drive, man, because it's raining. I'll take a challenge. Guys, today I want to talk about negativity and how negativity can be the end of you. Literally. Very hard to come back from negativity, especially if you've dug yourself deep in a hole. And where does negativity come from? It comes from people around you. It's who you hang out with. It's the people that you deal with on a daily basis, whether it's your friends, your family, your co-workers. Even watching the local news or just the regular news is negative enough. I used to wake up watching Fox News. Nothing against Fox News. If I'm gonna watch something, it'll be probably from Fox News. I know they lean a little bit to the right, but they're not as conservative as a lot of people think. Well, maybe they are, but not. It just depends on how conservative you are. But I guess we can all agree that they're the more conservative station out there. But even them, you know, listening to everything that's going on, earthquakes and you know, just all the crime and, you know, just diseases and dude, what's up with this guy? Sorry, I'm driving, man. This guy cuts right in front of me. And just, you know, you take in all that information and it's negative information, and guess what it does to you? Guess what it does to your mindset? It kind of boggles it down. There's a lot of weight on there, and it just keeps you from being positive. It keeps you from having a positive outlook. It really does. On a daily basis, you sit down and you read the newspaper. Read the newspaper. Tell me if there's anything in there that's positive, other than if you're a businessman, if you're Charlie Munger who reads the newspaper every day, he reads the Wall Street Journal, he reads papers from all over the world. He's looking at investments. He's looking at things because he's looking at it in a business sense. But you sit down and you read about a crime here and a crime there and a robbery here and a car crash and a disease and, you know, somebody died and 3 people were murdered and there was a robbery here and that. That's all negativity, man. And I'm telling you, it creates a haze, kind of like what's going on out here. You can't see that far anymore. Your positivity is just dims and you just can't. How can you take that to the next level? I'm telling you guys, it follows you and it lingers, it clings to you. And it starts festering, and by the time you know it, it's just all around you, like chickenpox. And so that stuff, stay away from that junk. Same thing with friends, same thing with family members that are always negative. People that, if you have dreams and aspirations, you want to stay away from people that are constantly telling you that you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that. Or don't even get behind you and say, look, I'm behind you 100%, whatever it is. And no one's going to be behind you 100% because we're all selfish. It's just part of the, you know, genetic code that we're built off of. You know, selfishness keeps you alive to a certain extent. So, especially, you know, go back 200 years ago, you had to be selfish, man. You know, if you want to stay alive 300, 2,000 years ago. To a certain extent, again, I wasn't there, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, keeping yourself alive was a lot harder than it is nowadays. You know, when you're talking about food and shelter and all that, you know, it was difficult. Disease, doctors, medicine. But anyway, I digress. I need to go back to my original thought. Negativity, man. Negativity will keep you, if you're lucky, it'll keep you stagnant. If you're unlucky, it'll take you back and it'll put you in a hole that you can't climb yourself out of. But even, and I'm not talking about people sitting there and saying, you stink, man, you're no good, you're not a great friend. No, man, those people, you just need to get rid of them like at the drop of a hat. But I'm talking about subtle negativity. Subtle negativity. You know, I heard this, if you're sitting in a coffee shop and some bad guy passes by and drops poison in your coffee and you drink it, you're gonna die, right? But if a friend passes by and he accidentally trips and drops poison in your coffee, if you drink it, you're still gonna die. Point being, whether it's a friend or somebody that's out to get you, negativity is poison. And if you take it, whether it was done, you know, intentionally or unintentionally, negativity is poison, man. And it'll get you. And it'll take you, man. I'm telling you. And again, if you're lucky, it'll keep you stagnant, which most people aren't. If you're unlucky, it's just gonna take you to a point where it's gonna be hard for you to bounce back out of. I'm telling you guys, I know, I've been through that. Trust me, I've been through the whole, stop it, you're not gonna do it. You know what? And I think they did it, and again, friends, talking about friends, I think they did it out of just wanting for me to be careful. But when I quit my job at the post office, I was there for 20 years. I had a couple of people that I knew very well. I wouldn't call them friends, like we wouldn't hang out or anything, but associates that would told me that day when I was quitting. I remember I was walking and I was saying bye to everybody. Don't do it, man. Most businesses fell in 3 years, and these guys didn't even know anything about my business, nothing whatsoever. They didn't even know what I was doing. Well, maybe they did, but they didn't understand where I was. They didn't understand that I had already done my homework to a certain extent. I wasn't as business savvy as I am now, obviously. But, you know, I heard that from a couple of people. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. You got a good, stable job here. You know, my dad told me that. He said, don't do it. You know, but my dad was born in the 1930s, early 1930s. So my dad comes from a time where if you lost a job back then, you were gonna suffer a lot. Nowadays, you know how many people go through jobs? It's crazy. You can lose a job today and find one tomorrow. It's ridiculous, man. I know friends that have had 10 jobs in 10 years. Just, it's not what it used to be. You know, and then the other thing is I had to take a chance. Not that my dad was being negative. My dad's my dad. My dad was just being my dad. But at the same time, going back to that, you know, coffee shop poison thing, whether they do it intentionally or unintentionally, it's still bad. And it can hurt you, man. I'm trying to find the right temperature here. I'm sorry, guys. I should have taken this off. Stay away from that. I'm telling you guys. Conceal carry. I don't conceal carry. Why? Well, because, you know, you surround yourself with, oh, you're going to shoot yourself. Oh, guns are dangerous. And they are dangerous. Don't get me wrong, man. Guns are dangerous. But you know what's more dangerous? A car. You still get in the car and drive. You know, I'm driving and I'm talking to you guys. Wet weather, cold weather, slick weather. In a Hellcat, 707 horses. I'm not flooring it or anything, but you get my point, man. Life is dangerous. And this is how dangerous life is. At the end, we all lose because we all die. But do you want to live life? It's like The Croods. If you guys haven't seen The Croods, you want to live life to survive in a cave where there was no taking chances. No taking chances, no going out there, trying to see what's out there. If they would have stayed there, they would have died. You know, lucky for a guy that came along and whatever. I don't want to get into the movie. It's a good movie, but I think it's one of Nicolas Cage's, you know, best movies. I know it's just his voice, but he did a good job. You need to go out there, you need to live, man. You need to just stop surviving and start living. Take chances. You know, you want to live 100 years old in a cave? You want to live to be 100 years old and be in a cave? Or do you want to live good 50 years, man, where you went out there and you took chances and you were out there and your life was interesting, you know? You had an adventurous life. And I'm not talking about swinging from a vine or skydiving. If that's your thing, cool, man, go do it. But I'm talking about adventurous in taking chances, taking risks. Because I'll tell you what, if you take a risk and you fail, it is what it is. But not taking a risk, that's the greatest failure of all. So getting back to concealed carry, I don't want to conceal carry, man, because it's risky. It's what if my kid gets, I get it. That's all. And look, those are great points. But there's a thing called training. There's a thing called knowing your gun. There's ways of concealed carrying without you having to sacrifice everything. You know, and I talk about being stagnant. Stagnant is the worst, man. I'm telling you. I did a podcast. If you guys go to our YouTube channel, go follow us. I did a podcast on being stagnant, on the middle class. How being in the middle class is probably the worst place to be because it's comfortable. It's that comfortable bed in the morning where it's, you know, cold and wet outside. You just want to stay in your bed, right? You don't want to move. You want to stay there. But you got to get up, man. You got to get up at 5:30 and you got to go out and work out. Or you got to get up and just, you know, get your mind going. Whatever it is that you do, read the Bible, pray, work out. But you got to get up. You got to take that chance. You know, and you got to move out of that stagnant water. Because stagnant water, after a while, it just stinks, man. And that stink follows you. I can look at people, and again, not everyone, but I can see where people are stagnant. You smell it, man. And yet, not literally, but figuratively, you smell it on them. These people are stagnant. They've been doing the same thing for 5 years and they haven't moved an inch forward. Why? Because they don't want to take that risk. They don't want to take that chance. Why did I stay at the post office for 20 years? Why did I stay at the post office for 4 years, 3.5, 4 years after I started Bravo? Oh, because it was my middle class. Like, you know, and I think you do it right? You don't want to quit your job without you having sold a holster. I get it. But it was so hard for me to let go of the post office. Why? Because for 32 years, 35 years, I was pounded. You got to get a good job. You got to keep that good job. Buy a little place somewhere, build a house, and then buy a little lot somewhere and just leave it there. And then when you need the money, just sell the lot. And fine, that worked for a lot of people. It wasn't for me, man. Square peg in a round hole, whatever you want to call it, it wasn't for me. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that aren't living what you really want to live, you're not tap dancing out of bed, man. You're not. The only way to do that is if you go out there and take risks. Now, I'm not talking about jumping out of a plane without a parachute or not even having taken a parachute course or class or skydiving class, whatever you want to call it. But guys, you got to go out there and you got to take risks, calculated risks. And sometimes faith, that's where faith comes in. You know, I've talked about numbers. Numbers are awesome. Numbers don't lie. But in the real world, or not in the real world, but most of the time, because numbers are real world, but most of the time you deal with people. And when you deal with people, numbers don't lie. But people don't work based off numbers. We're not robots. So you have to have faith to take those chances, to say, you know what, I'm going to invest this much. I'm going to invest my time, my effort. Instead of coming home and sitting down and watching, you know, some TV show, I'm going to invest my time. I'm going to invest 4 or 5 hours and I'm going to stop going out with my friends. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to invest my time in health, working out, eating right, prepping, food, all that. Or at the gun range, you know, or conceal carry. I'm going to eating healthy, wealth. If you want to start a business, entrepreneurship, you know, hustle on the side. I'm going to buy shirts and sell them on eBay. Whatever the case may be, man, you need to take that chance. And those aren't even risky chances where there's risk that's not even risky. I wouldn't even call it risk. It's just you're just trying things out. Now you're just being adventurous. You're just trying things out. That's what happened with Bravo. I just started trying things out and I started selling. Then I started knocking on doors and now the risk was there. What was the risk? Of me getting embarrassed, me getting, you know, a door shut in my face. But so what? Who cares? The opportunity was so big that I would have practically done anything, and I practically did do anything just to get it off the ground, right? So, guys, I'm telling you, stagnant is one of the worst. Middle class, when you're poor, you got nothing to lose. But man, when you're comfortable and you have that nice bed and you have that nice couch and you have that 55-inch TV in front of you, and I'm just gonna sit here, sip my coffee, and watch movies for the rest of the day. Oh man, that's awesome. And I'm not sitting here saying that that's not cool. That's pretty cool. But for me, it's like, what can I be doing right now? Time is valuable, time is money, right? And the thing that keeps you there is being stagnant and being comfortable. Snap out of that, man. And your friends, your co-workers, your family, they can be the ones that are keeping you there. That tell you, hey man, you're doing good. When in reality, you're not doing good. You know how many people will tell me, man, you got a good job, man. Oh, how long? You don't even work 8 hours, you work 6 hours. And how much do you get paid? Whoa, man, that's awesome, man. You got a great job. And you're off on the weekends? Yeah, blah, blah. And that's cool for a lot of people. For me, it wasn't cool. Be true to yourself, man. Be real to yourself. If it's not cool, if everybody else is saying it's cool, that's fine. You want to live on their terms or you want to live on your terms? And the moment I decided to take a risk, oh, no, you don't want to do that. Oh, you got to be careful. Oh, where did you ship your holsters to? They went to South America? Are they going to the right hands? Oh, they went to Germany? Where are they going? Oh, you sold some holsters to the Russians? And it's like, dude, get off my back, man. All right? Life is hard enough as it is. My business is hard enough as it is. Get off my back with that junk. Now, I get it. There's people out there that maybe you don't see a roadblock in front of you and somebody will tell you, hey man, watch it with that. That's cool. Constructive criticism all the way. But when somebody else is frantic about what you're doing and you've done the studies and you know that there's nothing to be frantic about, step aside, man. Step aside. Let me do my thing. Just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for me. And you know, a lot of people feel that way, like, I know what's best. No, you know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for me. You don't know how I think. You don't know how I do things. Do you? No, you don't. Oh, you're quitting your job at the post office? And I'm sitting there like, dude, not even I freak out that much. You know, or, dude, I'm freaking out enough. Stop it. Guys, stay away from negativity. Stop reading the newspaper just because you just want to fill yourself with all that trash that, oh, there was a murder here, this and that. And you're walking around like, oh, did you hear that? And you don't even conceal carry. It's like, dude, what's up, man? Like, you know all this stuff's going on. You didn't even do anything to protect yourself. You just like being scared. You like filling your mental state of mind with junk. That's all it is. Guys, stay away from that stuff. Stay away from people that, you know, feed you that kind of junk. Stay away from, you know, your coworkers. We're going out to lunch, man. You want to go, and you're trying to do something, and all they do is just slap junk on top of junk on top of junk on you. Stay away from that, man. I'm telling you, life is short, man. Be true to yourself. Know what it is that you're good at. Know what your strengths are. If you don't know, ask somebody. Don't ask a friend, because they're going to lie to you. Oh, your strengths are makeup. You look so beautiful. And you look wretched. Ask somebody that you don't know very, very good. Ask them, hey, man, you know what? If you go to church, ask a brother that you don't even talk to a whole lot. If it's a big enough church, hey, brother, what are my strengths? You see me. What do you think are my strengths? And don't go up to him, just say, talk to him first and then ask him that. Ask somebody that knows you a little, a school teacher, somebody. Let them be honest with you, man. You know, stop it with the whole, I don't get where people give haters on social media all this attention. Oh, you know what? But all these haters, they don't know what, and that's true. They don't know what they're doing, but stop it. Stop it. Leave them alone. You can't fix stupid. You can't. Leave it alone. There's going to be stupid people. If you don't like it, get out of the business. That's it. It is what it is, man. Actors going crazy on paparazzi. Now, I get it. Paparazzi's jumping a fence, jumping into your backyard. Fine, I get that. But dude, you're walking down an airport. People are taking pictures and you just lose it. Are you kidding me, man? It comes with the business. Stop making movies if you don't like it. You know, it comes, oh, they're videotaping me with a phone. Give me your phone. Are you kidding me, bro? It's who you are, man. If you don't like it, then stop it. Anyway, I went off on a tangent there. Dude, guys, stay away from negative people. Go out there. You're good, man. You can achieve things. You can. You're stronger than what you think. You really are. You just need to stop listening to other people. And sometimes you even need to stop listening to yourself. Get that junk out. Go out there. Get some good books, motivational books. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Find motivational people. Cling on to them. And just start getting yourself motivated. You can go out there and do more than... Now, can you go out there and make, $10 million a year? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you don't have that in you. But I can guarantee you can make an extra side hustle and make money on the side, man. I can guarantee you can do that. You can start eating better. You can start working out more. You can start doing all these things. Be a better parent. Be a better... have a better love life. All these things. Relationships, all these things. Be a better coworker. Be a better worker. Be a better entrepreneur. All these things, they're out there. They're within you. You just need to go out there and find these things. Unlock your mind. Get that junk out. So Arthur Conan Doyle said it best, man. He said, the mind is an attic. And when you fill your mind with junk, like you do an attic, you can't put the good stuff in there. You got to remove all that junk. The stuff that you've been holding on for 20 years that you're never going to use, throw it away, man. Give it away. Well, if it's an addict, give it away. If it's your mind, throw that junk away. It's bad. Free up. Well, it's because, I like to keep that because, it makes me smarter. No, it makes you dumber, man. Because you're focusing on something that's old and creepy and it's got spider webs on it and no one's ever used it and no one's ever going to use it. Stuff rots, man. I'm not just talking about food. Stuff rots. Put this steering wheel up in an attic for 20 years. It's going to start cracking and things just go bad. Throw it away, man. Oh, it's a steering wheel for my, a Hellcat. Throw it away, dude. It's not doing you any good. You're holding on to stuff that, it's the guy that's always talking about, well, when I used to be a quarterback in high school. Dude, let it go, man. It's gone. Focus yourself on other stuff. You're being stagnant. And you're moving backwards. You're not even being stagnant. You're digging yourself in a rut every year. Guys, thank you so much for your time, man. I hope this helps someone. Go out there, start concealed carry, know your state laws, know your local laws. Go out there, do it, man. Go and follow us on YouTube. Set your notifications on so you can see the videos that are coming on. Or anytime we upload a video. Sorry, man, I'm here at work and I got so many things in my mind. Anytime we upload a video, you'll get that ping. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Snapchat. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Check out our Instagram stories. You want to see behind the scene footage of the shop, of us, what I do. Instagram stories and Snapchat. Just Google us, you'll find us. Snapchat, we're in the Bravo Holsters. Instagram, Bravo Concealment. Blah, 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 blah. It's all out there, man. Go do your due diligence. Go do your work, man. The other thing, well, I'm going to stop there. That's another conversation. I'm going to keep going. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your time. I'll talk to you guys soon.